So 2 years ago, I swore down that I would never, ever do this ever again on the allotment. But Charlie's back on the plot. Why have I done this? So my other dog, get off the asparagus already. You're starting, aren't you? So I popped over and he's already causing mayhem, weeing on everything, and same old Charlie. So he's sniffing about because he hasn't been on this plot before, and yeah, he's probably picking up on some rats and some other things, and he's just weeing on everything. But I'm hoping today to get that long raised bed built, ready for planting in spring, that I'm going to use for my runner beans. So I want to get that done today. Charlie's wrecking the allotment, but we'll have a go until he's too much, and then he might have to get carted back home, which is going to happen. So he's looking a bit older in the face now. Charlie, come here. Charlie, come here. Charlie, come here. You've got to do it, haven't you? So yeah, he's getting a bit grey in the face now, and he's a bit of an old dog, but I think, God, you know, he must be hitting 11 now, but he's still a nightmare. So this is not working out just as I knew it would. But yeah, we were calling past and I thought I'll pop in, but yeah, he's such a man. He just wheezes on everything. Yeah, cheers. My bulbs are under there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out this area here, make sure it's a little bit more level for the long raised bed that I'm going to put in. What's he doing in that polytunnel? He's literally just digging up everything. So we're going to carry on, but fingers crossed that he just behaves. So yeah, I think I'm going to level this off and then put this, it's similar to this one, but a lot more slimmer. And then I'll fit that one all the way down here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer it, like I mentioned, compost, scraps of veg, compost, scraps of veg, all the way up. And hopefully that'll be a good little trenching method that I'm going to use on that bed. So let's just get on.
It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking for. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in two separate worlds.
How the hell did you get up there now? Get down. Get down. Down. He is driving me absolute nuts. He's just going to have to go in the shed for a couple of minutes until I finish this. The bed's all done, and I need to go over and get some more membrane that I've left over the house. So it's pretty decent size, to be honest. I actually thought it would be a little bit more slimmer than this, so I'm happy that that'll be perfect for the beans. So yeah, it's a good 1, 2, 3, 4, about a good 6 foot, I'd say, maybe 5 foot long. Yeah, right, let's take this demon home and then come back over here. He's had his chance, he blew it just like he did the last time. He's just too much of an adventurer, and that's the problem. He wants to be looking around other people's plots, digging at things, and I don't want him to be digging at people's onions or harassing other plot holders. And he don't really annoy them, he wants to be inquisitive and he wants to go and be around them. And yeah, let's get him home and then carry on with the jobs. What are you doing up here looking at me through the window? You're naughty, that's your problem. Come on. Right, let's go. Come on. Let's go home. Go. So while I went over to get the membrane and drop Charlie back off, I actually found a parcel outside the door, and this is because, let me get a knife. So I applied for a Plotter of the Month on Kitchen and Garden magazine, and they picked me as one of the winners. So next year I'm going to be in their magazine as one of their Plotter of the Month. So I don't know which month it's going to be yet. you know, it could be any time from January to December. So once I know, I'll let you all know. But in December's magazine, December the 21st, it comes out. You can go and buy that magazine. I'm actually in there then as well. So yeah, I won quite a few prizes. And I don't actually know all of them, but I'm so glad that I won some Spear and Jackson tools. So they'll come in handy as well. So I've always wanted an onion hoe. So, oh, breaking them already. So yeah, I'm really pleased with these because, you know, they'll look lovely in the shed. I've always, like I said, wanted an onion hoe, and I don't know why I never got one, but these are from Spear and Jackson. They look absolutely beautiful. So I'm sure that these will come in handy on the plot, and I've always wanted one of these as well because I've seen Monty Don using them where he's digging into the soil and things. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I won, and I was shocked, but yeah, plotter of the month next year. Now I know some of you will probably be wondering, why is he putting weed membrane down? And the reason is, if you've been watching my channel, I've got this pest, the mole. I'm not going to rant about it anymore today, but the weed suppressant, all the paths that were done on it, the mole does seem to hit that and then turn back around and carry on. So I don't want him hitting that bed and coming straight up through and then ruining the raised beds that I've been planting in as well. So that's one of the reasons why I've gone to raised beds as well, is to try and tackle this mole problem, because they ruined quite a lot of crops this year. So yeah, if I put that down, they tend to hit that and then carry on. Thanks. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm doing it. So let's get that down now. Hopefully that'll stop the moles in 2024. Right, a plan. I'm going to put a membrane down, fill up the bed as much as I can. Hopefully these birds will off, and then I can also get some more compost then to put on top. Then I'm going to layer it. So I'm going to leave this one half filled. The other massive bed as well, that needs to be filled as well. That's the only issue with having these big raised beds. Right, they're gone. So as I was saying, the only issue with these raised beds is filling them. So when you're thinking about, oh, I'll buy a pile of those for the garden or for the allotment, consider how you're going to fill them as well, because there's only so many logs you can get, there's only so many bits of cardboard, and they do take some filling, and then within a month or two they drop down again, and every year you do have to keep filling these up. You know, I top up all my beds. So the theory is that once I've done it all, I could be making more compost to be putting on them as well. So yeah, that's my plan for these, but hopefully this will stop the mole problem. And then once I've done that, I'm going to head over to the bark area. We've got a massive amount of bark that's been delivered. There's some lovely golden stuff with it. It's probably been taken by now, because I took this picture literally a couple of days ago, and I know for a fact that it doesn't stay there long, but there's plenty of bark there. We're very fortunate on our site that we get regular bark deliveries every month or so. There's someone that's pruning and they drop them all over there. So luckily, I've got a resource that I can just keep using as much as I can.
Never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back, while I'm on a one-way track. Now I know what it means to grow.
God, look at this. There's like a big pile of bark here, some leaf mulch here, which is going to rot down before long as well. So I might take some of that and put some in the leaf mulch and have some of that as well. And there's also some more over there. Look at it. Like, this is more of older bark, but it's still good stuff. But this is the stuff I want today. I am so happy with this now, and yeah, this area is pretty much done. I actually filled this up more than I thought I was going to, and I'm just going to carry on now laying up. This I'm worried about, it might bow out, so I think I'm going to actually put some straps, some metal. I'll show you that in a later video, but it'll stop it from bowing out, because it might do, but we'll see. But yeah, if I managed to fill up that other big raised bed a little bit more as well, I'm out of breath, because this was a horrible project, but it's done now. It's done. So I'm sure by now you've watched my live that came out on Thursday. I had Audrey on there from Real Food Comes Dirty, Kerry from Dog on the Plot, and also Steve from Digwell Green Fingers. And we talked about the history of allotments all around the UK, and also plots and gardens all around the world. And I did some research on that, let me tell you. I was quite fascinated by how different styles, but we all got the same passion in us to garden. So this Thursday, December the 21st at 7 p.m, there's going to be another live on my channel, a Christmas special with loads of YouTubers that you know. We're all going to have a little bit of a giggle, bring some mulled wine, bring some little snacks, sit there, enjoy the giggles that we're going to have. We're going to talk about Christmas things. You're going to love it. It's going to be a really, really good giggle. So come along this Thursday at 7 o'clock. There is something about golden fresh bark. It just really sets off the bed from the dark soil, doesn't it? So I think I'll go and collect some more now this week and finish off this area, and also do the paths up there. But we're on to a winner now. I know a few people have asked, like, why is this bed a little bit, well, not even a little bit, quite squiff? And the reason is because later on it'll all come apparent when I put in the other curve on this side. So the path will bend around. I still want to keep a bit of a balance, and I promised that this plot wouldn't be all straight lines and all. It needs to have a bit of quirkiness, and I had that last year. This bed was all over the place, but by doing this, I'm still keeping that bit of quirkiness on the plot. And when it all builds up and I'll have trellises and all like that, you won't even think about it. But trust me on this one, this is going to look absolutely magical in the spring. Right, so I'm going to stop here, have a little break, pop down, have a coffee with Linda from the Feel Good Garden. Hopefully she got some cake or some biscuits, and then I'll pop back up there and carry on with my jobs. So I've popped over to Linda's from the Feel Good Garden. Hi Linda.
Hello.
And I thought we'd come over, we'll have a cuppa, and also I thought I'd show you Cheryl's plot, an update from the last time that I showed you, and look how much you've done. So as you can see, she's mulched all the beds. You've done a real good job here, Cheryl, fair play. But look at it.
Fruit area on the front developing now, and
God, look at it. You wouldn't believe this is the same plot only a month ago. It was just, it's crazy how much you've done, Cheryl.
well, thank you.
So what are you doing here now, Cheryl?
I'm mulching it.
Oh, looks lovely.
We've mulched all that bed. We did that as a no dig.
Yeah.
There. And then that one I mulched with all the Jim's old compost there, good old stuff.
That was inside this bin here, was it?
Yeah, and then I put fruit in there. And some
Linda's opening the coffee shop, look.
Yeah. And then we're just mulching this bit in the middle.
Yeah, that'll keep the weeds down, won't it?
Yeah.
Where's the asparagus going?
Oh,
that you've done?
in the other plot.
Over on the other plot.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. No thanks, Linda.
I'll have Cheryl's.
I got football on Sunday.
You can have some off the other plot.
Linda, if you would have got it there, that would have been front news on YouTube.
Yeah.
We've lost the
we'd
Feel
have
Good
had it.
Gardener.
Yeah.
We've lost it. So I've decided as well that I'm going to put a border around the asparagus bed. The soil falls out a bit of it, and at least then this one down here will be a nice big long bed down the side of the polytunnel, and then this then will be contained where I can just drop some manure on every year, and it'll keep everything in its place. So I think I've got some old sleepers that I can use for this, I think, but we'll see. That's going to be another job. So last week I mentioned the spring cabbages, and look at them. They're looking absolutely fantastic in here, protected. They could do with a little bit of water now, I expect. So I'll do that today, but look at them. Beautiful. I also want to say thanks to everyone who watched the last video about burnout and how much pressure you can put on the plot. That video was done really well, and the amount of comments I had about people who also felt like they're pushing themselves too much and putting too much pressure on themselves in the garden. I felt like it was something that had to be talked about, because we're all doing it, and especially YouTube as well. We just keep pushing ourselves to try and get everything done, and there is plenty of time to do it. So yeah, but now I've got something I want to do that's really important to the channel. So ever since I started this channel 2 years ago, I started a tradition of buying a Christmas tree, and this was the original one. I bought it as a very small potted little plant that I popped in the first potting shed on the Grapevine Garden, and I put lights around it, and then last year I put it inside the fig and olive plot shed and I lit it up there as well. So this year I'm going to do the same, and yeah, this tree is just growing and growing, and hopefully this time next year this will grow again, and it'll just become a tradition on the plot to light it up and use it as the plot Christmas tree. I think it's really nice to have some traditions because it reminds you of where you started. I started off with such a tiny little potted plant, and I just thought it was going to be a decoration in that shed for that year, but it's become something now that symbolises growth on the allotment and also the channel. I'm Danny, and this is the Grapevine Garden.